Hey everybody, happy Valentine's Eve. This is the Songs of Love Valentine's Week special Monday night Playalong Bluegrass Jam. Songs of love, unrequited, true, left and longed for, all types of love, including heartbreak and bereavement and all the subjects of bluegrass songs, which I'm sure every one of you out there is going through one version of this or another. So my heart goes out to those who are bereaved or have lost love, unrequited love, truly, and those who are in love. I'm happy for you. And let's just get to some songs here. In bluegrass, we discuss these topics and put them all to a happy beat with a really mournful, bluesy lyric. And that's often how folks who have the blues get through. And that's how probably many of these artists who we revere, who had been through some tough times and expressed themselves through their song, part of that was getting through whatever heartbreak or loss they were going through. And we all go through that at some point in our lives. So we're all together here. And Valentine's Day gets some people down for those reasons. And I just want to spend tonight celebrating what we have and the love that we have had in our lives and the music. So I'm double checking the live streams right quick. Here is Facebook land. We are live. Double check the YouTube channel. And we're going to get going on Walk Softly on This Heart of Mine, a song from Bill Monroe, a song of distrust. He does not trust this former lover who wants him to take her back or him back again. And he's asking this person who he doesn't have a lot of trust in to walk softly. And here's how it's going to go. I'll line up a click track. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. This is a slow song for bluegrass, so this is fitting for this slow tempo jam here. And here's how the song goes. It's in the key of G, and it goes like this. 1, 1, and a 1. 1 and 5 and a 1. 4, 4 and 1. 4 and a 5 and a 1. So I'm always using the numbers because I insist that everybody knows their scale degrees and knows the chords that correspond to those. And the main ones are, of course, the 1, the 4, and the 5. 1, 4, 5 in G would be a G, a C, and a D. If you don't know that, just go G is 1. G, A, B, C is 4. D is 5. You just go up the alphabet. Same with key of C. The 1 is C, 4 is F, 5 is G. So you will figure this out on your own by trial and error, and that's why I don't frame this like a lesson. I frame it like a jam. You're showing up at the jam, and we're all bluegrass players, so if you don't know the number system yet, take the measures to learn it, and hit me up if you have any questions, but I always shout the numbers, as most of you already know. So here's how I might kick off the song. In the key of G. I'm giving you a sample of how I would kick it off, and then I'm going to ask you to kick it off when we start the song. So here's me counting in my demonstration. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. note there. Okay. So we are ready. You're tuned up. Also, I am counting on you all to be listening to bluegrass. If this is a style that's new to you and you've only like jammed along with me or something, make sure you listen to a lot of bluegrass. And you'll realize that the guitar very rarely kicks off the song. It's usually one of the other bluegrass instruments. But there are some guitar kickoffs in traditional bluegrass bands. And of course, if it's a guitar duet like Blake and Rice, or, you know, or me and Billy Strings, or whoever, like one of us is going to kick off the song on guitar. So as guitarists, it's good to know how to kick off songs. What you're doing is you're just playing the melody and you're kind of decorating it in neat ways. So I'm counting on you all to listen to bluegrass music a lot. And this song is from Bill Monroe, so definitely check out his version. Okay, here we go. You're going to kick us off on Walk Softly on This Heart of Mine, no matter what instrument you are playing. Here we go, in the key of G. Kick it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You say you're sorry once again, dear. You want me to take you back once more. You say you need a helping hand, dear. But that's what you told me once before. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. I'll play it now. I know that soon you'll find a new love. I fear your heart has turned to stone. But please let me down real easy, for loneliness moves in as you move on. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. Play it. Last chorus. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. Yeah. Okay, and that is to end the song, of course. And this is if we're tagging it. Okay, good old song. A lot of those Monroe songs go 4, 5, 1 at the end. It's very similar to Sweetheart of Mine, Can't You Hear Me Calling? Couple others that do that 4, 5, 1 at the end. That's very, very Monroe. And this song is very Jim and Jesse, signature Jim and Jesse number called Are You Missing Me? And it has that signature Jesse McReynolds cross-picking mandolin. So this one goes in G, 1 and 4 and 1, 5 and 5 and a 1, 1 and a 4 and a 1, 5 and a 5 and a 1. That's the verse, and that's what we're picking our kickoff and our breaks on. The chorus is slightly different. The chorus has a long 1 chord. Are you all alone? 5 back to 1. Another long 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5 back to 1. There you go. So my kickoff, I'll put on the click and I'll demonstrate. I would go something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, I'm just playing the melody and I'm working it into, in my case, a little bit of cross picking. You could just play the straight melody and that would be absolutely fine. In a low octave, in a high octave, wherever. You could work in a couple licks, you can work in a couple strums, but just get that melody in there. Here we go, kick us off on Are You Missing Me in the key of G, nice and slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The day that I kissed you and told you goodbye, your lips told me that you would wait, but your lips deceived me and told me a lie, while your heart was sealing my fate. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? I got it. Out of the clear sky, a letter then Okay. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna check in on our chats here. On YouTube, hello Sandy Devera in Bakersfield. Happy Valentine's, playing the banjo and the dobro. Hello Daniel McPartland. How are you doing in Richmond, Virginia? Hi Jeff Campbell in Fort Worth, thumping the bass. A uke bass. Brian Rivers in Cincinnati, sending it and loving it. And we got Dear Son, Devin. Hey Devin, checking in from the Upper Peninsula. All right. Hey, say hey to the UPA, right? Okay, here on Facebook land. Hello James Hanaway. Loving the bluegrass in New Jersey. And hello Colin in the UK. Nice to see you. Staying up late. Larry McLaughlin. I'm not actually playing with Billy Strings. We're doing a Billy Strings after party. I hope that post was not misinterpreted. Tell me if you think it was. I just posted a photo of me and Bill playing together on a gig we did before. But we're playing the after party as Picking on the Dead for his Red Rock shows. Corey Davies in Minnesota, going to Lexington for a Bluegrass Festival, and then back for Minneapolis for Winter Bluegrass Weekend. Very cool. Hello, Corey. Keep on picking. Hello, Don Butterworth in Powassan, Ontario. I think I'm saying that wrong again. I think you corrected me on that once before. A DB. Don Butterworth in Ontario. And hello, Anita in Michigan. Picking along. And thank you for playing, Anita. And Marilyn Schnibby. Nothing come through. Okay, Marilyn, I hope you got that sorted out. Looks like Colin's trying to help you. Hello, Nina. Yes, thank you for straightening that out. You understood what I was saying. I wasn't trying to trick anyone into thinking that Billy was playing with us. I just try to get people to see the post. And if you put a photo of you and Billy, then people will see the post. Is my mute on? Is my mute on? Oh no, you're talking to someone else. Okay. Cool. No, I'm going through. Okay, you guys are helping Marilyn there. Hello, James Setzer in Boiling Lakes, North Carolina, the big little city. All right. Hello, David Holcamp in New Mexico, cooking dinner. Bet you cooking up some chilies, some New Mexico chili peppers. Clark in BV playing the upright. Right on, Clark. And hello, Corey Davies. Okay, cool. Well, we'll sell a lot of tickets, but hopefully nobody complains. All right. I spoke my truth and I stand by it. You know, the socials are funny. You can't just put a poster because it's going to get squashed and nobody cares. So if you put a cool photo and then you put the poster, then people pay attention. I've got my own style. My own sense of savvy on that machine that we sort of love and we sort of hate. Okay, The Gala Left Behind Me. This is one of the few instrumentals with a title that had anything to do with Valentine's. But this is a song. It does have lyrics, but we're picking it as an instrumental in the key of C. And it goes like this. And a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4 5 and a 1. There you go. There's the singing version of it. But this being an instrumental, I'm going to kick it off. And I'm going to take it at this nice, easy tempo. I'm actually going to slow this down a little bit because I want us all to be able to play this. And this would be a great way to learn this tune if you don't know it yet. I've taught this one extensively at my workshops, and I believe it's on my Jam Play Bluegrass Method course. So many of you probably know this, but if you don't know it, just watch me and come back to the video after and just learn it. Because the first time through, I'm gonna play it note for note as best I can. Very strict, just melody notes. And then the second time through, I might riff on it a little bit. But anyway, it would be me once all the way through, A part and a B part, 2 A's, 2 B's. And then you, 2 A's, 2 B's. And then me again, 2 A's, 2 B's. And you again, 2 A's, 2 B's. And then we just end it with no tag. Okay, here we go. I'm going to kick us off on Gal I Left Behind Me. You go ahead and back me up. I threw in a couple chord substitutions at the end. There is a thing I'll do sometimes, a 1 to the 7th, C7, 4, and then the minor 4, F minor to the 5. That's a fun little thing. The minor 4 is a fun little substitution we do sometimes. And then one time on the B part it did 1, 6, 2, 5. That's a fun thing. I learned that from David Greer. Do a little 1, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 on one of those. I heard David do something like that, and I kind of borrowed that from him. Okay, it's important for all of us to listen, but also, now that we're in the age of all this amazing video, it's good to watch every now and then. You know, you're watching me, you know, picking up bits of good technique. You know, watch players like David Greer or whoever your instrument, whoever the king of your instrument or the queen of your instrument is. Watch them, and you'll pick up on little bits of like, oh, like you'll just absorb little bits of good technique, and it's important. I was listening to some Tony Rice recently, and I realized I hadn't listened to Tony in a while, and then all of a sudden my playing changed. So these things creep into our subconscious and our musical conscience, as it were. It's things that we're often aware of. Okay, rock, salt, and nails. This was a request, as usual. I don't remember who requested it. Go ahead and identify yourselves, and we'll give you credit for requesting this awesome song in E. Actually, I do it in E. There's lots of... This was written by Utah Phillips. Back in the 60s, I believe, lots of folks covered it. You know, the J.D. Crowe and the New South is kind of the version that we're referencing here because it's sort of like the bluegrass version. But lots of folks have done this. I've heard Joan Baez. And lots of others. So anyway, a sad and mournful song about a man who wants to take revenge on the ladies because his lady wronged him. So very much a bluegrass style theme. So this one goes, it's in 3/4, it's a waltz. So it's a da 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 da. This is an E chord, by the way. Then 6 minor and 4 and 1 and 6 minor and 4 and 1 and up to the 4 and back to the 1. And that's the whole song. I'm capoed 4, so I'm playing C position. If you're capo 4 playing guitar, that your chords are a C shape, an A minor shape, an F shape. Those are the 3 chords you got. If you're playing anything else in concert pitch, you got an E. Your 6 minor is a C sharp minor. It's always easy to find the 6 minor if you just walk down the scale a couple of notes. 1, 7, 6. That's how you find the 6 minor real easy. And your 4 is A. Okay, so J.D. Crowe kicks the song off on the New South recording, the famous Rounder 0044 from 1975. And he kicks it off like this. He does a lot of pickup notes, and I'm not sure exactly where that is. I don't do many things rote, you know, from other players. I just kind of get what's important to me and take it from there. So I'm going to find a tempo here, is what I'm getting at. Where the willows, a little quicker, down. Okay, so this is a slow bluegrass waltz, and I often practice waltzes with just 1 click on every 3 beats, on every measure, but for the sake of this jam, it's easier to keep 1 steady click. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the way I count off waltzes is I'll give you 4 full measures. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. So my kickoff for this is going to be, it's a turnaround. So in other words, we're not playing the whole thing to kick it off. We're just going to go da 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 da, which is pretty straightforward. But this, like I said, you'd have to kind of dissect that J.D. Crowe kickoff. If you got it and that's what you play, awesome. But it's something like this. I'll demonstrate. A 1, 2, 3. That was horrible. One more time. A 1, 2, 3. Okay, I obviously don't have this down. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. However those pickup notes are, whatever you're feeling. I was trying to overcomplicate it, so I had to simplify it there. But anyway, what you're playing is da 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 my shotgun with a rock, salt, and nails. So again, 2, 3. So go ahead and kick us off just like that, up to the 4 chord, as a little kind of turnaround kickoff. Rock, salt, and nails in the key of E. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, and the wild birds all warble with a low moaning sound. Down in the hollow, where the waters run cold, it was there I first listened to the lies that you told. I'm going to play a full break. Now I lie on my bed and I see your sweet face. The past I remember, time cannot erase. The letter you wrote me was written shame, and I know that your conscience still echoes my name. Playing a whole verse now. Here you go. sorrow runs deep, and nothing is worse than a night without sleep. I walk out alone and look at the sky. If the ladies were blackbirds and the ladies were thrushes, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. If the ladies were squirrels with a high bushy tail, I'd fill up my shotgun with rock salt and nails. All right. So that's how they ended on that J.D. Crowe recording, with a major 7, a C major 7 chord. Just lift up your first finger, guitar players. So some interesting things about that song. The whole thing about if the ladies were blackbirds and the lady. This is an old folk thing. There's an old song that I heard on a record from who was it? I'll think of it. Davy Graham, British guitar player, and the singer's name I don't remember her name, but they did an album called Folk Routes, New Roots, or something like, Folk Roots, New Routes, or something like that. They do. It's just him playing guitar and her singing, and there's a really cool song called Hares on the Mountain, and the lyric goes, if all the young men were hares on the mountain, how many young girls would take guns and go hunting, things like that. So this is an old folk thing that Utah Phillips made a new song out of. So that's something that is a good trick. You hear Gillian Welch do this a lot as far as like contemporary songwriters. And in bluegrass, we hear lots of those things. March wind's gonna blow my blues away. I'd rather drink muddy water and sleep in a hollow log. Or there's lots of these little expressions that come from folk. A lot of them come from blues, and songwriters take them and sort of recycle them. So there's reasons why sometimes these things kind of seem familiar to us, whether or not we know the original folk version of it or not. Okay, that's my 2 cents on that song. Okay, Jim Hanaway requested this one. I know that he did, because Jim requests good songs often. And this is in the key of A. And it's a good old Hazel Dickens song. Hazel Dickens was an excellent songwriter and just a wild singer. A wonderful, wonderful force in music. And she wrote this one. And her version is kind of what I'm referencing, though Dolly Parton does a fine version. Many others have done this song. And this is also a waltz. Okay, so I need to keep my tempo kind of where I was. That's just about the same tempo as the last song, maybe a little bit quicker. Okay. A lot of bluegrass waltzes are like fast, like the Jimmy Martin or the Bill Monroe, ding 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 ding, fast waltzes. These are kind of more like country style, old school, easier tempo sort of waltz. Anyone out there know how to waltz? I do. Find me at the festival when the waltz is happening and I'll waltz with you. A few old memories. So this one goes, few one in the key of A, 1 and 1 and back to 1, then 4, and then 1, quick 5, quick 1. And at the end of each verse, and at the end of each chorus, it does this walk down from the 4. That's just a little scale walk. If you're playing bass, you can just go boom, boom, 4, 1. But we're going, we do that little walk down from just down the scale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? And then if we're going from the end of the chorus, 4 back to 1, and then a 5 and 1. It does a quick 5 chord before the verses and before the breaks. But if we're ending a verse and we're going to the chorus, you don't do that 5 chord, you do the... And then those of us playing chords will play a 7th on our 1 chord, so a G7, A7 concert. And that leads us to the 4 chord on the chorus. Chorus starts on the 4, and back to the 1, and back to the 4, then on to the 5. I'll do a little pause, and back to the 1, then back to the 4, just like the verse at the end of the chorus. Quick 1, quick 5 and 1, 4, 1, and a 5 and 1. Okay, I know you got that. It's easier sometimes just to play it than to explain it. So what you're going to do is you're going to kick it off, and I'm going to demonstrate my version of the kickoff to give you an idea. So my kickoff would go a 1, 2, 3. Okay? So I know I'm doing a full verse for the kickoff. And I know the original Hazel Dickens album just does a turnaround. And also she sings the first verse with a straight timing, and all the other ones different with this quick little 1, 5. So I'm just doing everyone the same with the quick da 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 1 and 5 and 1. I'm doing everyone like I just demonstrated. So that note is just for those of you who know the original and might copy that, where the first verse is a little different. Okay, here we go. Enough talking. You're going to kick us off on just a few old memories, and I hope you're singing harmony as well. In the key of A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just a few old memories slipped in through the door. Thought I had closed it, so tightly before. I can understand it, why it should bother my mind, for it all belongs to another place in time. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. I got it. Just a few old memories from way back in time. Well, I can hardly remember. I don't know why I'm crying. I can't understand it. Well, I'm surprised at myself. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll clean off that shelf. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. Play. Chorus. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. Well, I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. All right, we did it. Okay, one more check-in. How's everyone doing out there? You all enjoying yourselves? Hey, John Keegan. Nice to see you here. Hey, Bill Farmer. Yeah, right on. Hello, Anita. Now, Anita, you requested Rock Salt and Nails. I should have known. That's an excellent request. Cool. Dave Holcamp, yeah, Picking on the Dead is always fun. We got a lot of demand for that these days. And John Keegan is in Smyrna Beach, Florida. Very cool. Okay, over on YouTube, we still got some folks playing along there. Hello, Dickie Derry from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Cool. All right. Watching for 2 years. Right on. Well, thank you for playing along. Nathaniel Andrews. Hello, Dan. Den Mach from Crystal Lake. Hello, Charlie Wright in Hamilton, New Jersey. Kurt Snyder in South Tampa Bay. Ava is playing the guitar in Arcata, California. And Marilyn figured it out over here on YouTube. Okay. Blake Addison from Lithia Springs. And it's not letting me scroll up. Here we go. Mike Gilbert in Austin. Jack McGuire in Ohio. Ron Lipton in Indiana. Very cool. Thanks, everyone, for picking along. All right. And here we've got Ashes of Love. Cold as Ice. So I've got a cheat sheet on this one for the lyric. From Johnny and Jack from the old days. Of course, lots of bluegrassers did this one. And Jim and Jesse are kind of like the prototype bluegrass version of this song, as far as I know. Though the Johnny and Jack, you know, they were like famous for doing their little rumba beat with the little clavinets and or you know, that kind of thing. And not a clavinet, castanets with a little woodblock rhythm, and the bass is going doom 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 doom. But they're just like playing bluegrass rhythm. It's kind of funny to me. But anyway, here's Ashes of Love. And something occurred to me about this song, listening to like the early versions of it, that a lot of people go 1 and a 1, 4 1 5. Well, the old versions don't do that. They just go 1 and a 1, 1 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 1. So that's how we're going to do it tonight. If you're really used to putting those extra chords in, that's totally fine. They're kind of mimicking what the vocal's doing. But try it this way, if you haven't done it this way before, because the vocals are making those sounds anyway, and you don't have to change the chord. This is the way on the Jimmy Jesse version. This is the way the original Johnny Jack version. I think the David Grisman Bluegrass Holiday, that Garcia is singing the lead. The bass player is starting to do those little changes on that version, which I think was done maybe in the 80s. But anyway, that whole thing with the 4-1-5, that kind of crept in later. So we're just going to go 1 and 5. That's the whole song. 1 and a 1, 1 and 5, 5, 5, 5 and 1. The whole thing. So I'll get a tempo. And then we will give it a go. Let's see, I got to get out of the waltz timing here, get back to a 4/4 regular old backbeat. Okay. Nice and slow, but we're picking it up just a tiny bit. Okay. That'll be our tempo. My kickoff might go 1, 2, 3. Something like that, but a better G run. Okay, so here we go. Kick us off on Ashes of Love in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. said goodbye, my heart bled. I can't revive our love, it's dead. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, and I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. I got it. I trusted, dear, our love would stand. Your every wish was my command. My heart tells me I must forget. I loved you then, I love you yet. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, and I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. Play. Last chorus. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, and I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. Okay. That's got a line, I can't revive your love, it's dead. That's as lonesome as it gets. Good old lonesome number there. Okay, a couple more songs here, and then we'll move on to the mid-tempo jam. Big Spike Hammer in B, the one about Big Bill Johnson. Big Bill Johnson. I wonder if Big Richard does this. I know Della Mae does this song, of course, in a sort of tongue-in-cheek style. The one about Big Bill Johnson and pining for his lost love Della Mae because he's in jail. He's on a work crew. Actually, he might be on a railroad crew. He's the best hammer swinger in this big section gang. So, I don't know. Well, we'll sing it and then I'll remember the story. But anyhow, Hey Hey Della Mae, in the key of B, and a 1 and 1 and a 6 minor, 4 and 4, 6 minor. And a 1 and 1, 1 and 6 minor, 4, 4 and 6 minor, and a 5 and a 1, Della Mae. This is all 1. Why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, Della Mae. I'll get even someday. At the very end, we go to this minor. Big spike hammer, big spike hammer, and a 5 and a 1. So that's the end. So kind of a twisty song, but not much to it. Okay, turning up the tempo a wee bit to get us ready for mid-tempo. So my kickoff would go a 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead and kick us off on Big Spike Hammer in the key of B. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I was trying to do it like the original Osborne Brothers. They have a weird timing on that end. The Bluegrass album band version kind of straightens it out. So hopefully you were following me. That's what we do on the jams. We follow each other. Things can always be a little different. Okay, Big Bill Johnson. I hope either that big spike hammer or that woman is going to be the death of him. I hope neither one of them actually killed him. Safroni, a goofy old Jimmy Martin number about the woman who finally grabbed his heart. He was a free, rambling ladies' man, and then Sophronie came and finally made him feel lonesome. And here's how it goes. 1 in the key of B. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and a 5 and 5 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5 and a 1. So it's not going to be that fast. But I hope everyone comes back for the mid-tempo jam. It's probably going to start a couple minutes late at this point because I've been doing a lot of talking. So, here we go. Sophronie in the key of B. My kickoff would go 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead and kick us off on Sophronie in B. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sophronie from Kentucky, she's found another man. I can't even kiss her, can't even hold her hand. The moon we used to love beneath is still up in the sky. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high, till my Sophronie left me so lonely, and now there's a teardrop in my eye. I got till Gabriel blows his bugle, I'll be loving that sweet girl. She means more to me than the whole wide world. I used to be a killer with the women, me oh my. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high, till my Sophronie left me so lonely, and now there's tears Jimmy Martin ending. Okay, thanks everybody. I'm going to shut this down really quick as I can, and I'll be back in a few minutes here with the mid-tempo jam. Come on back, keep working your tempos up to performance tempo, and I really appreciate the donations, and happy Valentine's week, everybody. I'll see you in just a few minutes.